Hi, I'm Leo and welcome to School.me. In this tutorial we'll be looking at function literal. Now before we go into that, let's back up a bit. Now what is a JavaScript function? Now a JavaScript function is actually a block of code designed to perform a particular task. Now earlier we said that JavaScript objects are modular, and the reason being that these function can actually break up your code or the general task into smaller parts. So the JavaScript function is actually the fundamental modular unit of JavaScript. Now a JavaScript function actually has four parts. Now the first one is the keyword function. Now whenever you write your function, you must put this keyword function, and the second one is the name of the function, and in this case the name will be odd, and the third one is the parameters. So now here the parameters, they are more like the number of constants that you want to use. Let's say for example you want to do ABC or AB or ABCD. So as I go on, I'm going to explain this, and you open up your curly braces. Now in this curly braces, that's where you're actually going to write your function, what you actually want this code to do, and that's the body of the function. So let's say I want to do some addition here, and I want to add 8 plus 9. So what I would do is I'll say return 8 plus 9, and I'll come here and write 8 plus 9. Now when I save this code and go to my browser and reload, you notice it's going to give me the addition of that value, and that would be 17. Alright, next up there's something called anonymous function. That's a function without a name. Now I know I said earlier that the name of this function is odd, but that's not true. I only said that to paint a picture. Now whenever you write a function without a name, it is called an anonymous function. Now this odd here is actually the name of this variable. Alright, next up let's look at the various ways of declaring or writing your function. Now the first one is function expression method. Now the function expression method, here we create anonymous function and assign it to a variable. Now this variable is what we use to actually invoke this function. Now the problem with using function expression method is we cannot have a recursive cell for this kind of function. By recursive cell, what I mean is the function cannot call itself repeatedly until it arrives at a result. So this is not actually the optimal method. Now the next way of writing this is called the function statement. So the function statement starts with the keyword function followed by the name of the function and then the parameters, and then you open up your curly braces and you put your code block. That's the body of the function, or what you actually want the function to do, and then that's it. So alright, these are the two basic ways of declaring your function. Alright, I'll stop here and we'll continue in my next video. Thanks and have